A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2. A twofer! A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2 are both written and directed by John Krasinski and star him as well as his wife Emily Blunt, and in particular two young actors who play their children. The story of these movies are very simple. They live in a post-apocalyptic world, and we follow a family in particular as they try to survive a world that has been invaded by a specific type of alien that hunts by sound. Then, as things are looking their bleakest, Emily Blunt's character, the mother, wife, we discover that she is pregnant. The rest of the movie is about how the family is prepared to invite this young child into this world. And babies make sound, just in case you don't know. So if you haven't already seen A Quiet Place, the first one, that is the pitch for it. That's actually not even really spoiling too much about it. Just like if that sounds interesting to you, go check that out. I'm making this video because part 2 just came out, and I am happy to report that it is also excellent and is very much a continuation of the first film. Unlike some movie sequels that try to do things different or have a different tone, might still be good, like Terminator and Terminator 2, for instance. Two very different movies, but yet both very entertaining and good. This movie is not like that, where it does not try to do necessarily anything new. It is simply a continuation. It really feels like one movie has been split in half, but I mean that as a compliment because they were filmed separately, so they did a really, really great job of capturing the same tone as the first movie and really making it feel like just a continuation. We really start to see the world open up because the family leaves the farm where the first film mostly takes place. And so we get to see more characters and a little bit more of what's going on and see a little bit more about what happened. And part 2, excellent as well. Just as good as the first movie. Like I said, it feels like just one movie was just kind of cut in half. But no, they were filmed separately, so this is really, really cool. I really like what they've done here. Who would have thought that Jim from The Office would end up writing and directing two really awesome thriller/horror movies? They're really quite fantastic. And Michael Bay produces these movies, which, whether or not you like him, that's beside the point. The point is that the production value of these movies are really, really high. The sets look amazing. The lighting is great. The camera work is fantastic. John Krasinski, like I said, directed these films, and it's just... It looks really, really great. It's really high quality. The special effects are believable. It's just, you can cut the tension with a knife at certain times in the room of where you're watching this movie. It is just really, really intense. But it's also extremely satisfying to watch. This movie is a little bit scary. Both of them kind of the same level of scariness. But like, would I recommend this movie to my mom?
Oh. Okay, are you sure?
But they're not scary in the traditional sense of how a studio will make a scary movie. They don't rely on jump scares. There's not a lot of blood. Both of these movies are rated PG-13 appropriately, and they're like 90 minutes long each. So it's like they took a 3-hour movie and just cut it in half in 2 digestible bits. I hope you take a chance to watch A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2 if you haven't already, or if you were maybe thinking about not watching these movies because they looked too scary to you. maybe give them another try, or have somebody you know watch them for you, give you another recommendation, and judge you personally. But generally speaking, these movies are not scary in a traditional sense. They're much more of a thriller, and I just think that they are so much fun to watch. So check out A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2, which is awesome as well.